Our top focus this morning is on the India-China standoff. After the first sign of disengagement between India and China as the PLA troops pulled back about 2 to 2.5 kilometers in the Galwan Valley and Hot Springs area and in the PP-15 areas in eastern Ladakh, a fresh round of dialogue is expected to take place today to break the deadlock. According to sources, the next level of talks of the divisional commanders, major generals from both sides is scheduled for today. If for some reasons the talks don't take place today, they will be held on Thursday, that's tomorrow. The talks are expected to find a resolution to the Pangong So situation where PLA troops are close to the Finger 4 area. Pangong So remains in fact the biggest flashpoint as the escalation was triggered from here. Sources also at this point say that India has no plan to pull back the reserve forces of 10,000 to 12,000 troops from the forward areas near the line of actual control. And looking to find the ongoing border dispute in eastern Ladakh, Indian and Chinese troops have begun mutual disengagement in some areas of eastern Ladakh. Now, the major confidence-building measure comes ahead of the next round of military talks. Manjit Negi gets you all the details.
The first signs of a thaw after a month-long standoff in the high-altitude regions of Ladakh. Days after high military-level talks, both sides have begun disengaging in some parts of the line of actual control. Sources have told India today that troops of both armies have moved back at multiple locations along the line of actual control in eastern Ladakh. The Chinese army has pulled back its troops from the Galwan Valley, Hot Springs and Patrol Point 15 in eastern Ladakh area by 2 to 2.5 kilometers. Indian troops have mirrored the retreat and pulled back from the flashpoints. Sources say the battalion commanders are in direct contact on a hotline. But military veterans say India shouldn't let its guard down and must keep watch on the Chinese army's movement, especially since there has been no disengagement in the key standoff area on Pangong So.
We must maintain boots on ground and eyes beyond the ground in the battle space to get 100% 24/7 kind of situational awareness.
At PP-14, PP-15 and PP-17, both the armies have disengaged and have moved back 2 kilometers. This is a positive development. I would say it's a first step, and these areas are also critical to us because PP-14 is in Galwan Valley, which is a strategic avenue for us, and PP-17 is in the Hot Springs area. So I would say it's a positive step.
And the Chinese People's Liberation Army continues near the Pangong Lake, the site of skirmishes last month. After the first round of high-level talks between top military commanders, both nations have sent out signals that the talks were positive and the situation at the line of actual control will be resolved mutually. With Manjit Negi in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, the face-off between the Delhi government and Lieutenant Governor Anil Baijal over the reservation of hospital beds for Delhiites continues. Slamming the Kejriwal government, LG Baijal said that the state government order violated the right to equality as well as the right to life. He added that access to universal healthcare is the responsibility of the state. Meanwhile, the Delhi Disaster Management Committee discussed measures to increase bed capacity in the national capital. The panel discussed measures like converting Pragati Maidan, Talkatora Indoor Stadium, the Tyagaraj Stadium, Indira Gandhi Stadium as well as Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium and the Dhyan Chand National Stadium as makeshift hospitals. Delhi currently has 8,821 hospital beds, 582 ICU beds, 468 ventilator beds and 3,590 oxygenated beds in COVID hospitals. The state government is also linking big hospitals to 5 or 4-star hotels with an upper price cap of 10,000 rupees per day per bed.
You see, this order violated the constitutional right to equality and right to life, which includes right to health. Earlier also a similar order of GNCTD was struck down by Honorable High Court of Delhi, double bench headed by the Chief Justice of Delhi, on the ground that no citizen of India can be discriminated on the basis of residents. When it comes to healthcare, access to universal healthcare is the responsibility of the state.
And Ankit Tyagi also spoke exclusively to Delhi's Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia over his projections and also with regards to Delhi's preparedness to fight COVID.
दिल्ली में इस समय करीब 9000 बेड की तैयारी है। कैसे तैयार करेगी सरकार? इतने बड़े प्रोजेक्शन को लेकर डरा दिया है आपने सबको।
कुछ डेटा हमारे सामने रखा गया और जो एक्सपर्ट्स हैं, जो ऑफिसर्स की टीम है, उन्होंने पूरा आकलन करके कि अभी तक दिल्ली में जिस स्पीड से कोरोना के केस सामने आए हैं उसमें हर 12-13 दिन में ये आंकड़ा डबल हो जा रहा है। आज की तारीख में करीब 30,000 केसेस हैं। 30 जून तक होते होते ये 1 लाख केसेस हो जाएंगे, जो 15 जुलाई तक अगर इसी स्पीड से बढ़ता है, अगर ये स्पीड बढ़ती है, और जैसे कि हमें आशंका है कि अब जबकि लॉकडाउन खुला है और पूरे देश भर से भी अगर लोगों के यहाँ आके दिल्ली में आके अस्पतालों में भर्ती होंगे, उनके टेस्ट होंगे, तो वो भी होगा। उसके लिए भी हमें मेंटली प्रिपेयर रहना चाहिए कि अगर अभी तक के रेट पे बढ़ेंगे तो ये आंकड़े हैं कि 30 जून तक 1 लाख केस हो जाएंगे और 15 जुलाई तक फिर वो लगभग 2.25 लाख हो जाएंगे। 31 जुलाई तक लगभग 5.5 लाख केसेस हो चुके होंगे।
तैयारी क्या है?
बेड रिक्वायरमेंट जितनी है उससे ज्यादा, उससे पूरी सफिशिएंट, पूरी कैलकुलेशन के साथ हम चल रहे थे कि अब हमें ये नहीं देखना है कि अभी तक की कैलकुलेशन के हिसाब से कितने बेड चाहिए। अब तो हमें मिनिमम 80,000 बेड तो 31 जुलाई तक चाहिए, लेकिन उससे ज्यादा पे काम करने की जरूरत पड़ेगी। और आज एसडीएम की मीटिंग में भी ऑफिसर्स को भी कहा गया है, पूरी सरकार इस पे काम करेगी और जितना हमसे हो सकेगा, जितना सरकार से पूरी तरह से संभव होगा, उतनी संख्या हम इसको लेके जाएंगे।
मनीष जी, कम्युनिटी ट्रांसमिशन को लेकर भी कोरोना वायरस के आपका और जो केंद्र सरकार है उसमें मतभेद है। हेल्थ मिनिस्टर साहब ने कहा कि 50% ऐसे केसेस हैं दिल्ली में जिनको ट्रेस नहीं कर पा रहे हैं कि उनको इन्फेक्शन कहां से हुआ, तो लगता है कि कम्युनिटी ट्रांसमिशन हो रहा है। जिस मीटिंग में आप थे वहां पर सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के अधिकारियों ने कहा कोई कम्युनिटी ट्रांसमिशन नहीं है, तो क्या उसको लेकर भी कुछ मतभेद है और क्या उससे तैयारियों पर कुछ फर्क पड़ रहा है?
नहीं, देखिए, मतभेद कुछ नहीं है। अंतर सिर्फ इतना है कि अभी कम्युनिटी ट्रांसमिशन की को कैसे डिफाइन करेंगे, भारत में अभी इसका कोई प्रोटोकॉल सामने आया नहीं है। हो सकता है कहीं बना हो, लेकिन और दुनिया का भी हम रिसर्च कर रहे हैं कि किस स्टेज पे जाके उन्होंने अपने आप को कम्युनिटी ट्रांसमिशन डिक्लेयर किया। आज जब हमने अपनी मीटिंग में भी पूछा था भारत सरकार के अधिकारियों से, वहां के एक्सपर्ट्स भी आए हुए थे, हेल्थ एक्सपर्ट्स आए हुए थे, उनसे भी पूछा था, तो उनका भी ये कहना था कि अभी इस स्टेज को कम्युनिटी ट्रांसमिशन कहना जल्दबाजी होगी। अभी हम और डेटा का एनालिसिस कर लें, तो हमें भी इसमें कोई ये नहीं है। एक बार क्योंकि भारत सरकार पूरे देश का सिस्टम देख रही है और उसको जो भी प्रोटोकॉल बनाने हैं पूरे देश के हिसाब से बनाने हैं, उस हिसाब से इसको हम कम्युनिटी ट्रांसमिशन कहेंगे कि नहीं कहेंगे, ये तो शब्द है। कुल मिला के हमें तैयारी करनी है।
Let's get you also the latest updates from the state of Maharashtra this morning. The state has reported 2,259 new cases on Tuesday, which means that Maharashtra's total case count is now nearing the 90,000 mark. The state also saw a jump of 120 in its death toll. Mumbai alone reported 1,015 new cases and 58 deaths in a single day. Total cases in the city is now crossed the 51,000 mark, while the death toll stands at 1,760. Even as cases rise, the BMC has announced further easing of curbs. All markets, market areas and shops except malls and complexes are allowed to function for full working hours from Monday to Saturday. They need to be closed, however, on Sundays. Printing and distribution of newspapers has been allowed. Offices of educational institutions can operate, but only for non-teaching purposes. Interstate and inter-district movement of persons shall continue to be regulated. However, the inter-district movement within the Mumbai metropolitan region shall have no curbs. And Tamil Nadu also remains one of the worst hit states due to coronavirus. This state recorded its highest spike, 24-hour spike yet, after it reported 1,685 cases in just 24 hours, taking in fact the total number of cases over 33,000 now. Out of the 1,685 fresh cases, 1,242 were from Chennai alone. The city has over 24,500 coronavirus cases in the last 24 hours. 21 people have lost their lives to COVID-19 in the state. In fact, overall, the death toll in the state stands at 307. Now, with over 33,000 COVID cases, Tamil Nadu has been recording more than 1,000 cases every single day for the last few days. And what's also making it worse and more worrisome is the fact that most cases are being reported from the city of Chennai. Shalini Lobo conducted a reality check on the availability of beds at Chennai hospitals, and here's what she found.
Tamil Nadu, especially Chennai, is witnessing big daily surge in number of COVID cases. But hospitals, which should be at the forefront of the corona fight, are struggling. Dwindling beds is a common evil plaguing private hospitals on state government's list.
I have a relative who is a COVID positive patient, and we want to shift him from Omandurar to the hospital. So I wanted to know what the tariff charges were like per day.
Ma'am, sorry ma'am, here no beds are available ma'am, beds are all full.
Ma'am, I want to know the price for corona beds, if there are beds available in the hospital. There are no beds available in the hospital?
No ma'am.
I wanted to know about the admission charges for a COVID patient in Vijaya Hospital. I want to
Madam, at the
transfer.
present better vacant illa ma'am. One day 30 to 40,000 something varum ma'am.
If you're lucky enough to get a bed, be ready for a rude shock as you will be charged a bombshell for the treatment. India Today has accessed bills running into 3 lakh rupees for a week of treatment. After massive discontent, the state government has capped prices. The government fixed a fee of 5,000 a day for non-critical cases with additional cost of 3,500 for miscellaneous charges. For those in ICU, the cap is 15,000 a day, with an additional management charge of 6,500 for those who don't need ventilator. It's 8,500 rupees a day for those needing ventilator support. India Today decided to find out if hospitals are following the capped fee norms.
And I'd like to know the per day charges.
In general ward, we don't have beds for the patient cot. We have only the attendant cot. Per day, 17 to 20,000 will be the charges.
You heard that right. Rupees 17 to 20,000 for a general bed, whose price is fixed at 8,500 by the state government. Hospital staff say they are yet to implement government prices.
So I'm looking at hospital options, so I just wanted to know how much it would cost me.
If you want to put any oxygen facilities related,
Okay.
per day they cost 20,000 rupees ma'am.
What exactly the price range also will come up to for the ward facility?
Must be around 1 lakh per capacity. 1 lakh
Per?
0.5.
For,
0.5 for 7 days.
for 7 days. This comes under the other cap itself?
Yes.
While the government order puts the cap at around 60,000, these hospitals are asking for over 1.5 lakh rupees for a week. Tamil Nadu doctors' body says the government cap is not feasible as hospitals incur additional cost of staff quarantine, PPEs, ventilators and labs. Can the state government end fleecing of patients and ensure private hospitals don't turn red?
Private hospitals are full and do not have enough beds to take in new COVID positive patients. They also tell us that they're yet to revise their prices as per the government order. Now, this indeed does pose a problem for the Tamil Nadu government as Chennai records over 1,000 cases every single day, and this has been the trend over the past 1 week. With video journalist Divyan Rajkumar, this is Shalini Lobo in Chennai for India Today.
And yet another statue row has erupted in the state of Karnataka. This after the BSY-led government announced the laying of a foundation stone for a 100 feet tall bronze statue at the Bengaluru airport amid the pandemic at a time when the entire country is fighting coronavirus. An angry opposition has now questioned the government's priorities.
It's the season of a virulent virus, weighing down with grave human tragedy. A pandemic extracting all from a crippling economy. And it's the time the ruling BJP in Karnataka has come up with a master plan. Grand plan to build another statue. Preparations are in order for a stone-laying foundation ceremony of a 100-foot bronze Kempegowda statue at the airport on June 27th. An ode to the founder of modern Bengaluru.
It is not a new fund which has been allocated. The funds earlier itself, the allocated funds was not utilized. The utilization is happening now. It is nothing to, now new funds are not earmarked. The old funds, whatever was earmarked, we are making utilization of the allocated funds.
This project has been announced not today. It is a last year's budget. Just because now the corona issue is come up, we can't stop irrigation work, we cannot stop infrastructure work, we cannot stop any other program belonging to any other departments. Even this, we cannot stop it.
The cost of the statue will be 66 crores, but built in a pandemic where its human and economic cost could be cascading. Questions are now being raised on the insensitive timing of it all. An emotive issue which is now also political.
The whole state is suffering, the whole country is suffering. Under these circumstances, I demand from the government that whatever money they want to spend on all these things, they should be used on this pandemic just to for health services and all other things.
Future days we can plan it, but today we are facing a critical financial crisis.
Yes.
At this juncture, we have to utilize our resources.
With Nagarjun Dwarkanath, Bureau Report, India Today.
Welcome back. Well, international cricket is all set to resume in England. The touring party of West Indies has touched down. This is for a 3-match test series. The series will mark a return of cricket post the COVID-19 halt. As far as T20 World Cup is concerned, the ICC will be meeting today to discuss the possibilities.
Cricket's big-ticket tournament this year is all set to be postponed. And July 10 could be the day when the ICC makes that decision official. Cricket Australia is unlikely to host the tournament as per the schedule this year under the prevailing circumstances. That could mean the T20 World Cup being moved to 2022. Move the tournament to February-March next year, but the chances of that have dropped considerably in the last couple of weeks. Second one is to take the tournament to 2022 with Australia being the host nation. Moving the T20 World Cup out of this year's calendar will allow BCCI to host the IPL in that window, hoping that the situation with regards to coronavirus improves considerably.
Obviously, we've been hopeful all along that it could be staged in October, November, but you would have to say there's a very high risk about the prospect of that happening. In the event that that doesn't happen, there are other potential windows in the February-March period, October-November, the following year.
And he runs it away, that'll be the 100. The brilliance of the man.
India is scheduled to host the next year's T20 World Cup, but Cricket Australia has requested that they be allowed to stage the tournament in 2021.
It's been a magnificent innings.
That would mean India hosts 2 world events in a space of few months. T20 World Cup in October 2022 and then the 50-over World Cup in March 2023. Like every walk of life, sports too has been massively affected due to the outbreak of coronavirus. However, international cricket is on the verge of resumption with West Indies scheduled to play England in a 3-test series starting July 8.
That's bowled him, straight through him. Absolute beauty, he's got his line right there.
For the West Indies to still come over here, they're obviously helping the game massively. And of course, safety is everything, and it wouldn't be possible if that was going to be compromised. But still, it must be extremely scary, and I think the whole cricketing world will be grateful to see some cricket again. Of course, everyone would love to see cricket back on right now. But until it's absolutely airtight, then we have to be patient and wait. And I think that's the best way of doing it.
Hit away for 4. Different colour ball, same result. Joe Root is a run machine.
One series could well subside many fears and will also allow an opportunity to plug holes in terms of safety of players. BCCI is also in discussion with a couple of boards, including South Africa, for a possible short T20 series in August. West Indies tour of England could well set the ball rolling following a lengthy break of close to 4 months now. Sports Bureau, India Today.
Against the Windies.
And cricketer Shaun Sharma is in trouble after one of his old Instagram posts surfaced on internet where the Indian pacer was seen making a derogatory remark about former West Indies skipper Darren Sammy. Now, in fact, the post is from 2014 when Sammy and Ishant were playing for the Hyderabad team in the IPL. Sammy's accused teammates also of racism during this stay with Hyderabad in 2013 and 2014. The former West Indian captain said he wasn't aware of the meaning of the word back then, but now he's deeply hurt with regards to this racist jibe by fellow cricketers. Sammy's also sought clarifications from his teammates.
I'm going to be texting you guys and asking you guys, when you repeatedly called me that word over and over again, to the point that I was even saying, that's my name, did y'all mean it in any way, shape or form as a degrading word to me? Because that's very important.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.